It's the Ham Radio Show. Will, are you on the phone, Will?
I love being on phones, my man. It's good to hear your voice again.
Abso-freaking-lutely-tootly.
Yo, Will, what's up, man?
Sorry, Joe, your mic was down.
That's okay, buddy.
It is, without question, one of the greatest guys I ever worked with. Now he doesn't work with me at all. Even Ricky remembers you. Ricky, who used to work at SiriusXM as well, remembers you. He used to sit right next to you.
Yeah, we used to sit right next to each other on 37.
There you go.
Yeah. There's a lot of great memories, man. That was just it was a great experience just to get to know some of you guys. Even though I was coming from Jersey, it was like it's really hard to hang out with people coming from as far as I did. Waking up at 4 a.m, going home by 7:30. It was really tough. But I enjoyed the environment and I got along with I think everybody. Maybe except management.
Nah,
we used to have some good talks, man.
Yeah, I mean, come on, let's be honest. Management sucks around everywhere. That's nothing new.
Yeah, I mean, I heard a lot of things going on there after I left, which was a shame. And obviously the tech department changed a lot after I left, and they were going in a different direction. I will always value my time there, and I think it was honestly a way to get me out of the retail environment where I worked at Apple.
Yeah,
and that was the big thing, is getting out of that kind of environment. And now I work in education and working at a private institute. So, and that's been I've been there now about 4.5 years. I absolutely love it.
Great.
Now, let me point out one thing. That was your alter ego. That was the job that paid the bills. That was your Clark Kent job. Then there was a job that you used to, and he wore a fucking cape for his other job. And that job being, you were a pro wrestler. You celebrating, you were a pro wrestler. You are now leaving the business, if I am correct. You are leaving the business. Your 40th birthday party is happening April 26th, live at the Jersey Dugout, 712 Genesee. Am I right with that word? Genesee Drive?
Yeah, close enough.
Close enough. GENESI Drive, Morganville, New Jersey, 3 p.m. The TLD 40th birthday party, the crowning achievement of Will's career as he leaves now professional wrestling, moves on with his wife and his kid and everything else, and they go on into the great sunset. What's it like to be leaving pro wrestling? Because I know how much you love pro wrestling. That's why you're on WrestleMania week here on the Ham Radio Show. What's it like to leave the business that you love so much?
So, I mean, as far as leaving the business, I'm still going to be a part of it, just more on the behind the scenes, which I've been doing the last couple of years anyway. It's more so the in-ring part of it. And when COVID happened, it really changed a lot of things for me. And then that was around the same time my wife was pregnant and my son was born, and we really didn't get back into wrestling. And my wedding business on the side, and by the way, wrestling for me has never been a job. It's always been a hobby because I never, ever got paid to do this. I can't remember.
Wait. Wrestlers get paid? What the fuck did that happen?
It's what a concept, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure guys are getting paid better now.
Yeah,
when I started wrestling a long time ago in a ring, it was like you did it more as a hobby than anything, and you got lucky if you got paid. Today, I think the guys are getting something, a good amount. Like the guys from my show, I'm paying them, in the 3 figures.
Yeah. The high three figures. The high 3 figures.
The high 3 figure. Yep.
Yeah.
So, because I value that. I do value the talent that's out there, and they're worth something, and I think that's only fair. They charge whatever they want to charge, but, in a way, my creativeness doing like I do Titantrons, and I do music and stuff like that for Wrestle Pro, which is a local company around here, and I work with ECWA, and that's a show that's going on right after ours, and it's the best name in the world. It's called Pretzelmania. It's right after my show. So literally, I'm going to be wrestling. I'm going to be going backstage and picking up a camera, and I'm going to film the show afterwards.
The tech side of professional wrestling is like an undertaking that needs to happen because the show, everyone looks at the wrestlers as one part of the aspect of the show. If they don't have the smoky entrance, if they don't have the all the cool music, the lighting stuff, the rigs, everything else, really at the end of the day, it falls flat. You know what I mean? Like the show is great. Yeah, it needs to have the whole thing to be a show.
It helps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you have to. Production is a very valuable part of the show because you have to. People are going to look at that, and it has to look somewhat good now. We're at the point now where we can't just get away with a curtain and, a bad setup. It has to look nice. And you have to invest into wrestling. If you're going to own a wrestling company, you're going to have to expect to not get any money back within 2 years, because you got to put all the money into buying cameras, setting up a nice something for production, televisions, all these different things that you got to do in order to make it. And that's why even for this show, it's a public show, but not really. I'm not really advertising. I'm not putting posters up. It's really for my friends and family and anybody else that really wants to come and enjoy it. I have a food truck coming and everything. And the whole goal of this show that I'm putting on just for myself, something I've had in my head for 2 years, is I wanted to let my son see me wrestle once. And the only time he ever saw me was I was a baby. I was in a quick battle royal and I went right out. This is really more so what this is a culmination of everything that I've done in my wrestling life. And I'm going to get somebody who I started in a backyard with on the same day. And we have had this feud going on for so many years between us. And he was the only guy that I could wrestle that would make sense to end my career. He helped me with my baby shower reveal and stuff like that. So for me, this is going to be a special time for me. It's going to be an emotional night for me. And I am really, excited for what I put on. This is basically my one wrestling show that I get to put on and see how people perceive pro wrestling, at least the talent that's around us. And hopefully maybe it will turn some people into wrestling fans and they'll go to their own shows beyond that. But this is just really a special night for me and for my son to be there and watch me do what I love. And even though I don't look like a pro wrestler and I'm not, anything special beyond means as far as a wrestling standpoint, it just shows that I had a passion for it. And I really found something that I fell in love with that always has given me that same thing in return back, which is it's been the one friend of mine.
Oh. Will, did we lose you?
Yeah. I'm here.
Oh, there you go. You faded out. You see, I think there was a lie detector. It said you had one friend, and then it cut out.
Yeah.
So my thing is this. I got a question. I know you're going on a diatribe. I know how emotionally, you're turning 40, so you're going to cry. But my question to you is, you wrestle with a mask on. Am I correct with saying that?
Yeah.
Okay, now.
I did for a couple of years. Yeah.
When you cry, because you're going to cry in your final match, which is April 26th, do you take the mask off to cry, or do you cry with the mask on?
Oh, the mask is already off.
All right.
Well, I did that. The character I had was Malo Dragon, which was like I wanted to do something different for a couple of years, and I did that. And I revealed myself storyline wise, and I was the same guy. So it's not gonna be. I'm not wearing the actual mask anymore. I'm going as TLD. My Malo Dragon character was like a separate character that ended up merging them together. Oh. So, and really, I'm wrestling without the mask. I'm TLD for the show, but that character is a part of me.
You just blew the storyline.
It was really fun to do it.
And anyone waiting to see the Malo Dragon, that was fucked, is all I'm saying. Now they're fucked.
Well, I don't worry. There is incorporation of it. There's going to be there's videos for the show, and there is a incorporation of that character tied into at least my entrance, but also part of my retirement video, which I'm creating.
By the way, since you just brought up video, one of the coolest things, and one of I think is where me and Will bonded when we were at SiriusXM, when he was there with me. He used to work, Billy.
Yes.
Coliseum video.
Ah.
Do you understand? Yeah. For anyone who's especially during WrestleMania week, if you're a WrestleMania fan or a wrestling fan, Coliseum video is something that makes you go, holy shit. Because that is such a reference that makes you go, you get a little, I feel like The Rock. I got goosebumps, Billy.
Well, actually, I just want all the stuff that didn't get released.
What was special about that, just the little story behind that was that I went in for a job online on Craigslist, and I ended up walking into this building, and I didn't know what it was for as far as editing-wise. I then find out it's an adult entertainment company. And it always was, even back when it was Coliseum Video.
I love porn.
Oh, interesting. And the owner of that was... The owner of the original Coliseum Video was Arthur Marowitz, who was a distributor of porn back in the 60s and 70s.
Yes.
So Coliseum Video became, because he was the biggest distributor in New York. That's why Vince McMahon went with him. And then I walk into this building. I see all this Coliseum videos. I'm like, what is all this doing here? And then I realized I'm working with the son of Arthur Marlitz, who has all this stuff, from this past, which is amazing. I knew I had to take that job. I don't care what it entailed. So that was the coolest thing, was having that. And, of course, we grew up on Coliseum Video. Everything, Coliseum Video was just as important as the WWE brand. Like, you knew you were buying a Coliseum Video.
See, when you tell that story, I like to imagine that Vince McMahon, the Vince McMahon compound, was probably allegedly sexually assaulting somebody at the time.
Oh, wow.
Probably forcing them against their will. Something's happening where they're going, and he's.
I do wonder when he started doing that. Yeah. I wonder, what was the day he started actually being a creep?
Probably day one. So I imagine that he's butt fucking somebody, right? I don't know if it's a man or a woman. I don't know what he's into. Allegedly, a lot of tapes around. Fact is, he is watching said porn from that company, and bing, bang, boom, he puts two and two together right when he finishes, and he actually screams out, Coliseum! And that's why he struck a deal with Coliseum Video. That's what I imagine happened.
That's right.
Thank you.
I would love to know who came up with the Coliseum Video name. That I'd be wondering if it's Vince or... Because obviously Vince McMahon wasn't going to say, oh, yeah, I have a porn distributor doing my videotape library.
Exactly.
He had a VHS...
That's what I'm saying. He hid so much shit. He hid so much shit. There was no way he was like, yeah, by the way, biggest porn distributor in New York. Listen, let me tell you. They're going to carry our fucking product that's for kids. You know what I mean? There's probably two different movies of The Ultimate Warrior. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Either way, both movies had greased up men. So, you're fine.
Yeah.
If the cops did raid it, be like, this is for kids. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Why does Hulk's dick out?
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that until I worked there, and I worked there for about 10 years or so. I left at the same time I left Apple when I went to go work for your.
Take a long time to figure it out.
Yeah. Joe, it took Will a long time. He was like, I don't know why there's dildos every day. I find a new dildo in this place. Yeah. And it took me a while, but then I got to it, Billy, 15 years later.
Hey, it's a VHS library, man. We resell old content. You know what's good about the porn, working in the porn industry? I guess that's what I did.
You did?
But, I made some really cool... the whole content of what we did is we redistributed old DVDs, and we kind of did 4K, and then he took all these 35 negatives and turned them into 4K or 2K, and then we ended up, I made all these behind-the-scenes documentaries. So I really didn't edit porn per se, because the porn was already done. It's all from the past. But I did put together all these really cool documentaries that I got to do. One of them, which went up for an AVN award, which is the Adult Video Award, and that was kind of neat.
I was nominated for an AVN award. You've been nominated for an AVN award.
Yes, you were. I read that. Yeah.
And neither one of us have been naked in porn. How fucking great is that?
You should be naked in porn.
I should.
Yeah. Nice to look at that button.
Look, that's some scary shit.
That's not my look, Joe. Look, the fact that an 80-year-old pothead wants to see my dick. Number one, let it happen. That's number one. Let it happen.
It's so tiny.
It's not that. We were just discussing. It's not that tiny.
It's a button.
It's not that fucking tiny. Yes.
You do want to see that little scar in the ass, huh?
The first time 2 years ago. First time in life, and it's not for me, but I can understand why people do it, and it's just not my taste of things.
Hey, que sera, sera. Some of us like to see naked people have sex. Other people like to see oiled up men wrestle. Yeah. I like both. Both. It's what I do. It's what I prefer. It's how I celebrate my WrestleMania week. I'll find there's got to be, since it's I think there's a rule in porn. Anything that exists in the real world, there's a porn movie of it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure that there's a movie called Fuckamania. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm sure there's a Vince McMahon porn. Yeah, I'm sure.
Google it.
I'm sure Billy doesn't want to Google it.
We got backdoor in China, so
technically yes, the porn. If you count all the Playboy stuff and you count the porn stuff that happened in professional wrestling, look at recently in the news, what the fuck's her name, Paige?
Sure.
Supposedly coming back to the WWE. She fucked everybody. I even have film of it on my phone.
Wow.
I go back from time to time. It's a good movie.
You fucked it too?
Yeah, I was in Atlantic City shooting a show,
but not yet.
And Alberto Del Rio was there. Filming, and then Paige was there sitting in the back. I was filming this show.
Yeah.
So she couldn't be out. She came out in public for that match. And then they got in a car accident that night in Jersey. Not their fault, but someone was driving them. Someone hit them. But
yet again, you don't tell the story right.
That was a turbulent time for her.
You don't tell the story right, Will. She was so excited from his wrestling, she went to give him roadhead. He pushed her away, car accident. See, you got to tell the story the right way.
Wow. Yeah, you're telling much better, Eddie.
Thank you.
I wasn't in the car.
I'm just saying.
What I was told.
By the way, Nick in Canada, who knew wrestling was this hot?
Really?
Yes, we bring out the sex. That's what we do.
Well, there really is a behind-the-scenes thing,
Yes, there's a sex
together.
So we got to wrap this up, though, my friend. Unless you want to talk, we can talk about some WrestleMania stuff if you wish. But let me plug your. Let me plug the party again. TLD's 40th birthday party. It's his final match in professional wrestling. Final match, Saturday, April 26, 2025, at the Jersey Dugout, 712 Genesee Drive, Morganville, New Jersey, 3 p.m. I promise you there will be no pornography, so you can bring your kids to the party. Yeah. You can see the show. The main event is somebody, by the way, who I see on the Independents and shocks me every day, the guy that dresses up like Michael Jackson. Santana Jackson.
I love Santana Jackson. Yeah, he's awesome. I'm literally flying him out here for...
He wrestles like Michael Jackson?
Yes. It was just amazing to be a part of this show.
Ricky, if I show you this, you're going to love it because you love Michael Jackson.
Yeah, sure.
He supposedly... from what I'm saying, he does everything. He even does and all that shit when he hits somebody.
The pants and everything.
The whole thing. He dresses like he's on the Rhythm Nation tour, even though that was Janet. He whoosh with the fucking epaulette, the whole thing. And he will be in the main event taking on who? Who's in the main event?
Prince.
I wish. I'm in the main event. Are you kidding me?
Well, who's the guy you were plugging?
I'm not wrestling him. Are you crazy?
Why not? That would be great.
Absolutely not. You were not listening. Were you not listening to the entire story I was telling you that I'm?
No, I got lost in the porn shit. I was at Coliseum Video. I started jerking off.
That was before the porn shit. Okay, we talked about that way before the porn shit. So.
I started jerking off again.
Travis Lee, who is part of ECWA, who I'm facing, but Santana Jackson's facing Clutch Rockwell.
Yes.
Clutch Rockwell's amazing. He's honestly a talented mother, fucker. He really is that great. And then I even have Darius Carter coming in, who's like a local guy around here, who should be working in the WWE.
So it's a solid, what we're saying, it's a solid card. There will be no pornography. There will be a guy for Ricky that's dressed like Michael Jackson. That's Santana Jackson.
Yep.
You love fucking Michael Jackson.
Yeah, this Michael Jackson, but not imitate.
This blends both worlds.
I don't want no fake guy.
Your love of Michael Jackson and my love of pro wrestling, it blends both worlds. And if we were to have a bastard kid, Ricky, that's what this would be.
But hold on, dude has the nose of pre-Michael when he was black.
Yeah, but here's the only difference. The reason why it's not gimmick infringement, it's actually his nose.
So, but he does not have the meltdown nose.
Well, he does look.
I've seen it.
Yeah, he's seen it. He's seen it. It's a real nose.
No, I mean, but his nose. I've seen it.
It's a real nose.
Yeah,
well, okay, but he also didn't get set fire to his hair and spin around to put it out too. So I'm just saying. Nor did he
hang babies over.
Hang babies.
It could happen in CZW.
It can happen in CZW, but this is not CZW. This is not Combat Zone. This is freaking.
He has been in GCW.
He has been in GCW, so maybe he'll do that into a light tube one day. I don't know. It's what happens. Will, I love you. Happy birthday.
Yes.
Yeah, Go do what you got to do.
Thank you.
I hope you retire in style. I hope you at least dance with Michael Jackson, Santana Jackson,
break a leg.
Mike Janet Jackson, whatever his name is. I hope you at least dance. And when you cry, please film it. Because we would like to use it on a meme.
Oh, it's filmed. Don't worry about it. The whole thing will be filmed. I'm not publicly showing it as far as afterwards. It's really going to be more of a private link.
Yeah.
But for those who want to see it, they can. But it's just not something I don't need to blast on social media because it's more for me than anything.
For those who want to see it, please go to ColiseumVideo.com.
Yes.
And go past the porn section, and then you'll see it. All right. Thank you, Will.
All right, Will. Take it easy, bro.
Congratulations on a great career, and I hope that we see each other down the road. Probably at a Wrestle Pro show in Jersey. We'll hang out, okay?
Stop being modest. You know you're gonna
Wrestle. It's been at my show. but you didn't want to come.
I'm busy that day. Sorry, I have a life. Sorry,
I gave you 2 years of notice.
Sorry, you couldn't reschedule your fucking last match because I got shit to do. Okay, I'm sorry.
I didn't pick the date, so don't worry about it. It's not really telling your fault. I didn't get to pick the date.
Well, look, I got you on the show. You talked about it. Hopefully, 5 more people listened, and they'll be there. That's all I'm saying. Because I gave out the place, you can be there. All right, Will, I love you.
You don't have to even pay to get in.
Yes, and please, kiss that kid of yours, please, too. All right? Your little miracle baby just came back from Disney and everything. You kiss him. I'm not kissing. I'll kiss your wife if you want, but then you'll hit me.
Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, sir. Take care, guys.
Thank you,
brother.
Hello, buddy.
Will.